Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make a fusion table, and it's a pretty simple process, but there are a few steps. First, you need to go to your Google Drive and you need to create, and in the create you're going to choose a spreadsheet. First thing is you need to create a spreadsheet. So I'm going to call this spreadsheet, I'm going to name it, and I'm going to call it the National Parks NP NP info. Okay. So what I have done already is I've already found a chart on Wikipedia that has most of the information I'd like. So I'm going to go to that chart. And as you can see, I have highlighted most of the information that I'd like. It gives me the name of the park, a picture of the park, the longitude and latitude of a park, when it was first established, the acreage, and some fun facts. So I've already done all that. I'm going to hit Command C and copy it, and I'm going to come put all of that information into here by hitting Edit and hitting Paste. So all the information from that Wikipedia chart is now in a spreadsheet in my Google Drive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it up a little bit first. I'm going to make column A a little bit bigger. Column B I don't need, so I'm going to click column B. I'm going to say delete column. I need that information. I don't really need the date it was established for this, so I'm going to say delete column. I want to make this column a little bigger. I want to make the acreage column a little bigger. And I want to keep the characteristics. The other thing I want to do is I'm going to insert a heading row. So I'm going to say insert a row above, and I'm going to call this row the park name. I'm going to call this row location. I'm going to call this row acreage, and I'm going to give this as fun facts. Okay. Alright, so there is my chart, or I'm sorry, my spreadsheet. The next step is I'm going into my Google Drive, and I've already uploaded an app called, or an extension called Fusion Tables, which is experimental. In order to get that, I go here, and look, there it is, Fusion Table. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to upload my Google Sheets, the spreadsheet I just created, into a Fusion table. It's going to take a few minutes to load, and then we will start the magic. So choosing it from Google Spreadsheets, and it's the one that I just made called NP Info. I'm going to select it, and it's going to bring it up, and it's loading it in. And I go to Next, and I go to Finish. Alright, so there is all the information. I'm going to change this column, and I'm going to change that to fun facts. No, I did in the spreadsheet, but it didn't come through. Save changes. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change this one from acreage, and it's a type, it says text, but I want it to be a number. I'm going to hit Save Changes. Okay, so now this is a number column. It's going to take the number and it's going to let me use it. So let's change this into a map. It will take a few minutes, but I will start the process, and park name, and it's geocoding. So I'm going to put this on pause while it does that. Okay, it finished, and here is my map. So let's take a look at it. I'm going to click on one of the locations, and let's see if I can get it to work. There we are. We have the park name, we have the location, we have the acreage, and we have the fun fact all listed there. So I want to clean this up a little bit, and this is how we're going to do it. We go to Change Info Window, and on the Info window I really do not need the location because it's already showing me that, so I'm going to hit Save on that. The other thing I want to do is change the feature styles. So I'm going to go to that, and I'm going to go to Buckets. And I want to divide it into, let's say, 3 buckets. And I'm going to do it in the column that's acreage. And I'm going to change the ranges. let's say from 0 to 10,000 acres, and from 10,000 acres to 100,000 acres, and from 100,000 acres to a million acres. And then maybe I can do another one. I don't know. And then anything that's over a million. So let's change it to, let's add a bucket and say up to a million, say a million. Do we have them all? One, no, what do we do? Oh, what do I do? I'm going to get rid of this one. No, we don't want this one. That doesn't make sense, right? 0, what am I doing now? I made a mess of this. So let's see if I hit cancel. Let's try again. Let's just do it again. So I just made a mess of it. So change feature styles. We are going with the buckets. Let's do 3 buckets. Let's use that range. Let's change the ranges like I said. Let's do it to 100, 100, comma 123, and from 100,000 to a million, 1, 1, 2, 3, comma 1, 2, 3, and then this one is to use this range 0 to 100,000, 100,000 to a million up to, let's say 3 million. I don't think there's anything over 3 million acres. Hit save. Alright, so wait, we did that, but we didn't do it all. Let's go to feature styles and let's change. Alright, from that to that, we have the acreage. We're going to use this range. We're going to say the yellow, we're going to say that. We're going to make these large red. Hopefully it's going to do this. Let's see. Alright. Up to a million up to, so 3 million. Let's see if that works. Save. Map style saved. It's not doing it. So I think we have an issue over here with the rows. So let's change this. Because we do have 2 numbers here, it's very confusing. So we're going to have to go into this row and edit it, and I'm going to show you how. You go in here and you get rid of acres in the kilometers, hit delete, hit save and exit next, and go down and do all of them this way. This will take you just a little bit of time, but it will be worth it when you see the results. Now you can see that I have eliminated all the wording and the extra kilometers, and now you can see how the map has taken shape. And now if you look quickly, you can see some of the largest parks, and if you click again on the parks, you can get the information and see the size of them. So this is how you make a fusion table, and it is really descriptive and easy to, with a visual glance, to see where everything is located.